Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first of all, I welcome all of you in this lecture. So, good morning to everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so let me present my screen to you. Yes, please let me know. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so in my last lecture, we have seen this example and I ask you to verify this result using an induction. So, did you verified it? Actually, I forgot to send this PDF yesterday, so sorry for that. Okay, so let us quickly say it, but I will leave this for your homework. You need to verify it using induction. Okay, this is nothing but an plus 1 is equals to 1 upon 2 times an, and this is plus 2. Okay, this 2 is not in the suffix. So it is given that a1 is 8. Now if you calculate a2, then you just put n is equals to 1 in this formula. Okay, or you can say in this sequence. Then a2 is nothing but 1 upon 2 times a1 plus 2. But we already know about a1. A1 is nothing but 8. So 1 upon 2 times 8 plus 2. This gives me 4 plus 2 gives me 6. So as you can see, our first term is 8 and the next term is 6. Now let us calculate one more term. Now you put n is equals to 2. So on the left hand side we are having a3. On the right hand side we are having 1 upon 2 times a2 plus 2. A2 we just calculated, it is nothing but 8. It is nothing but 6. So 1 upon 2 times 6 plus 2. This gives me 3 plus 2 gives me 5. Now you can see the terms of this sequences decreases. Okay, so you need to show this result using induction. We will prove that an is less than or is equals to an plus 1 for all n. Okay, so you need to prove it using induction. Once you can able to do that, then you are going to conclude this sequence an is monotonically decreasing or increasing. Yes, what you are going to conclude, is it decreasing or increasing?
Decreasing.
This is monotonically decreasing sequence. Okay, now what is our aim? To show this sequence is convergent. See, right now we just check that this sequence is monotonically decreasing. Now what else we need to check to conclude that this sequence is convergent sequence?
Boundness.
Boundedness. Okay, or if you can able to show that this sequence is bounded below, then you can able to conclude this converges to its
Infimum.
infimum. Okay, so let us try to do that. Okay, so here using induction you are going to show this sequence an is monotonically decreasing sequence. Now we will prove an is bounded below. Once we have did that, then we can able to conclude this sequence is convergent. In fact, it is converging to its infimum. So clearly an plus 1 is equals to 1 upon 2 times an plus 2. So what can I say about this term? What we know about an? Okay, first of all, tell me what we know about 1 by 2. Yes, What is 1 by 2? Is it bigger than 0 or less than 0?
Bigger than 0.
Bigger than 0. What about an? In this example, what is an? You can see a1 is 8 and an plus 1 is nothing but 1 upon 2 times an plus 2. So can I say this is always bigger than or is equals to 0? Yes, can I say that? See, you just need to check.
Yes, sir.
You just need to check, can it be less than 0? Yes, how you are going to argue that this sequence an is not less than 0?
Because it belongs to natural number.
See, the suffix belongs to natural number doesn't means that this sequence can't be negative. We want something else. Here you just need to observe the things. What we know about A1? Yes, what we know about A1? Is it positive or negative?
Positive. Positive.
Positive. And how we are going to obtaining A2? Yes, how we are obtaining A2?
Half of
Half of
A1.
A1.
Half of A1 plus we are adding 2 in that. And remember A1 is always positive. So what can I say about A2?
Positive.
A2 is also positive. Similarly, we are using A2 to obtain A3 and we know that A2 is always positive. So what can I conclude about A3?
Positive.
This is also positive. The same way you are going to argue for AN. Okay, at the max it goes to 0, but it can't be negative. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you just multiply these two things. So what can I say about then 1 by 2 times AN?
Bigger than 0.
Bigger than or is equals to 0. Okay, because if A for some n is 0, then this gives me 0. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you just add 2 throughout this inequality. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So what is the lower bound for this sequence?
Five by two.
Yes,
5/2.
5 by 2. Is it?
3/2.
Is it 3 by 2?
Yes, sir.
Observe what we are getting over here.
2.
So what is the lower bound for this whole sequence?
2.
2. So clearly 2 is the lower bound for this sequence an plus 1. So this gives me what? An is monotonically decreasing sequence which is bounded below. Okay, which is bounded below. So by monotone convergence theorem, an is converging to a real number a. Okay, now see here. Here we are getting what? A n plus 1 is monotonically decreasing sequence. And here we are concluding that a n plus 1 is bounded below by 2. Observe, we are talking about an, not a. We are talking about a n plus 1 and not a n. Here, this sequence is nothing but a n plus 1. Okay, so here we are getting that a n plus 1 is bounded below by 2. But we are having this result. Can you able to identify what is the statement of this result? See, if you remember, then we have proved one theorem that is nothing but the limit of every sequence is what? Whenever limit exists, then limit of every sequence is yes. What is that statement? Did we prove that statement using definition, that is whenever the limit of sequence exists, then it has to be unique. Yes, Kia, remember?
Yes, sir.
So see, here we are talking about an plus 1. But we are obtaining an using an plus, we are obtaining an plus 1 using an. Okay, so in fact, if I am going to call this as n, then here we need to consider an minus 1. Okay, which means what? Then I am going to say this sequence is bounded below. Here we are saying this sequence is bounded below. But we already know that whenever the limit of the sequence exists, then it has to be unique. Which means what? See, both are nothing but the same. Or this is just the next term of this sequence an. So whenever we are having the limit of this sequence is some number, say a, then we are going to conclude the limit of this sequence an is nothing but the same number, which is nothing but a. That is the meaning of that statement. Whenever the limit of the sequence exists, then it has to be unique. That's why I already told you we are going to check the limit towards the tail of that sequence. And if you skip the first few terms of that sequence, then also the limit doesn't change. Okay, so please remember this statement. This is the quite useful statement. Okay. So whenever a limit of an plus 1 converging to a, then limit of an is also converging to the same limit. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here what we are saying, this an is converging to 2. An plus 1 is converging to 2 because it is monotonically decreasing, which is bounded below, hence it converges to its infimum. Okay, so limit n tending to infinity, an is nothing but limit n tending to infinity 1 upon 2 times a an plus 2. See, they have just replaced this limit a n plus 1 using this limit an. Okay, that's why I am writing that statement over here. And this is as it is. We are just applying limit on both the sides. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this 1 by 2 is constant, so you take it outside and take the limit of an. But here you can see we are assuming the limit of an and limit of an plus 1 is nothing but a. So this limit gives me a, and this limit also gives me a, and you keep this plus 2 as it is. Now you just shift this on the left hand side, so here we are having a minus a by 2, which is equals to 2. This gives me a by 2, so this gives me a is equals to 4. So where this limit of a n converging? This limit of a n converging to 4. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this way we are going to do this, but here you need to understand the statement of our theorem, that is whenever the limit of the sequence exists, then it has to be unique. Doesn't matter if you skip the first few terms of the sequences, because we are going to check the limit when we are going to pick n to be suitably large, or in other words, you can say that what happens towards the tail of that sequence. Okay, so please remember that. Okay, now next example. Now this is also the similar kind of example. Okay, here you have equality symbol. A1 is nothing but 1, and an plus 1 is equals to under root 2 times 2 plus an for n bigger than or is equals to 2. Now what is your guess? Is it monotonically decreasing or monotonically increasing?
Increasing.
This is monotonically increasing. Why? See, because if you calculate the first few terms, so here we are having a1 is 1. What about a2? Yes,
Root 3.
root 3. And what is the value of root 3?
1.73.
1.732. So you can see this value is bigger than a1. So we are having this relation, that is a1 is strictly less than a2. But we can't conclude yet that this sequence is monotonically increasing using just the two terms. For that, we need to give the more stronger argument. Now let us calculate one more term. What about a3? Yes, what about a3?
Root 3.732.
Root 3 point, yes, it is root 3.732. Now you can see here I am having 3 inside the root, and here I am having a a number which is bigger than 3 inside this root. So what is your guess? What is the relation between a2 and a3?
A3 is bigger.
A3 is bigger than a2. So here we are going, see here it is clear that we are getting the terms which are increasing. So you need to give an explicit proof to check that this happens. That is an is bigger than or is equals to an minus 1, or if you want you can prove an is less than or is equals to an plus 1. Okay, if you can able to show this statement, then you are going to conclude, and this is true for all n, then you are going to conclude this sequence is monotonically increasing sequence. Okay, now for that, what we are going to note, an is bigger than an minus 1, Now you add 2 in both the statement, in both the equalities, or you can say in both the sides. Okay, so here we are having 2 plus an, and here we are having 2 plus an minus 1. Now you just take the root on both the sides. Okay, so we are having this statement. So after taking the roots, we are going to conclude this left hand side is nothing but an plus 1, and this right hand side is nothing but an. So here we have shown that is an is strictly less than an plus 1. So this gives me what? And this is true for all n. So this gives me what? An is strictly monotonically increasing sequence, but we don't want that strictness. If we are having equality also over here, then also it is done. Okay? Yes, Sarita, mute yourself. Okay. So in this way, you are going to show that this sequence an is monotonically increasing sequence. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how you are going to show that this sequence an is convergent? First of all, guess, can I able to conclude this sequence is convergent for large n? See here we are getting that this sequence is monotonically increasing. बट अभी तक हमें इसके बाउंडेडनेस के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं चला. ओके, दैट इज इट हैज एन अपर बाउंड और नॉट. See here it is clear that it has a lower bound. But we don't know about its upper bound. So at the first place, what you are going to guess? Can it be convergent? For suitably large n? See here you just need to guess. Doesn't matter your guess is correct or wrong. But what is your guess? Is it convergent?
No, sir.
What you said, yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay, what about others? Yes, बाकी लोगों को तो guess ही नहीं करना है, I think. Okay, see. For A3, I am getting inside the root 3.732. What happens when I calculate A4? See here, what I am looking is, here my claim is this root, that is root of 2 plus n can't exceed 2. Okay, this root can't exceed root 4. Hence it is 2. At the max it is exactly equals to 2, but it can't exceed 2. You pick any large n, you will always get that this sequence can't exceed 2. So let us try to do that. And this gives me the bound on this sequence. Okay, so now we will prove that an is bounded above. Okay, an is bounded above. We will in fact prove that an is between 0 to 2 using induction method. Now clearly a1 is 1, and this 1 is always lying between 0 and 2. Now assume that an is between 0 to 2. This is our induction step, okay, because this is my p of 1 and we have shown that p of 1 is true. Now we are going to assume p of n is true. Okay, so this is my assumption. And here now we are going to prove p of n plus 1 is true. Okay, you just replace n by n plus 1. So we will show that an plus 1 is between 0 to 2 using induction. Now note that this is our assumption, that is an is lying between 0 to 2. Okay, now further you just add 2 throughout this inequality. So what we are getting over here after adding 2 throughout this inequality? Yes, are you getting it or not? Say something so that I can understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me what happens if I add 2 throughout this inequality? What we are getting?
So 2 is less than 2 plus an is
2
less
is
than
less
4.
than 2 plus an is less than 4. But what we know about what is the relation between 0 and 2?
0 is less than 2.
0 is less than 2. Now you just take the square root throughout this inequality. And what is root for
2.
2? Okay, so we are getting this statement. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this means what? Thus, root of 2 plus an is lying between 0 to 2. This is nothing but an plus 1 is between 0 to 2. Okay. So we have proved that p of n plus 1 is true. So by principle of mathematical induction, or you can say finite induction, an is bounded above by 2. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So you can see the mathematical induction is a very powerful tool for ANs. Thus, AN is monotonically increasing and bounded above. So by monotone convergence theorem, AN is convergent. Let it be converging to a point A. Okay, so convergent to A. So then we are going to say limit of an is same as limit of an plus 1, which is nothing but a, because whenever the limit of the sequence exists, it has to be unique. Okay, so for suitably large n, if we are getting that an is converging to some particular number a, then this is also true for an plus 1, also true for an plus 2, also true for an plus and so on. See, that's why we are saying in that definition, that is mod of an minus a is strictly less than epsilon, and this is true for all n which are bigger than or is equals to n naught. Okay, this is our definition of convergent. Means what? After some value of n naught, we are coming closer and closer towards this number a. That's why we are going to conclude this sequence an converging to this number a. ओके तो यहाँ पे ये जो n plus 1 है ये क्या होगा n नॉट से बड़ा होगा. सी हम यहाँ पे कौन से नंबर ले रहे हैं, n विच आर बिगर देन और इज इक्वल्स टू n नॉट. तो अगर मैं n को ही n नॉट लेके चलूँ तो ये n नॉट के लिए तो ट्रू है, और हम वो सारे नंबर के लिए भी ये ट्रू करेंगे जो n नॉट से बड़े होंगे. तो n नॉट से बड़ा वाला नंबर अगर n है तो n प्लस वन तो n से भी बड़ा है, तो ये n नॉट से भी बड़ा होना चाहिए. यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
सिमिलरली n प्लस वन से n प्लस टू बड़ा है तो ये n नॉट से भी बड़ा होना चाहिए. सो हम वो सारे n नॉट पिक कर रहे हैं जिनके बाद मुझे जो भी n मिल रहे हैं वो सारे n एक ही नंबर पे कन्वर्ज हो रहे हैं. Okay, that's why here we are saying an is converging to a, then an plus 1 is also converging to a, an plus 2 is also converging to a, and so on. And these are nothing but the tail of our sequences, tail of our sequence. I hope it is clear now. Is it?
Yes, sir.
That's why we required this definition. Okay, so don't think that this definition is just the what you can say, playing of words. It is not like that. This is a concrete definition of concluding the convergence. Okay, so don't think that this definition is not useful. This is more stronger than this definition, that is nothing but limit. Okay, so but what we know about an plus 1? An plus 1 is nothing but root of 2 plus an. Okay, so you keep left hand side as it is. Now you can take this limit inside using algebra of limits. So here we are having under root 2 times plus limit of an. But what we know about limit of an using this statement?
A.
Limit of an is nothing but a. So you keep a. Okay, left hand side also we are having a. Now for removing this square root, you just take square on both the sides. So on the left hand side, we are having a square is equals to 2 plus a. Now this is the quadratic equation and you know how to solve such kind of equations. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So using this, we are having two roots for this equation. First one is a is equals to 2 and another one is a is equals to minus 1. But what we know about an, each an is bigger than or is equals to 0. And if you remember, then we have proved this statement also, that is whenever an is bigger than or is equals to some particular number c, then if I take the limit on both the sides, then also this limit is also bigger than or is equals to this constant number c. Is it?
Yes, sir.
This we have shown. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि जो भी हम पढ़ रहे हैं वो हम खाली पढ़ के छोड़ देने वाले हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू यूज दैट. और मैंने आपको बोला था पिछले लेक्चर में कि आप हमने जो भी अभी तक पढ़ा है वो सब आप पढ़ के आने वाले हो. आई होप आपने पढ़ा होगा. Okay, so using this, we are going to say limit of an is bigger than or is equals to 0. But what is limit of an? Limit of an is nothing but a. So an is always bigger than or is equals to 0. So this won't be possible because here we are getting an is minus 1, which is strictly less than 0. But we are having a is bigger than or is equals to 0. So this is not possible. Okay, thus the only other possibility is a is exactly equals to 2. Hence, we are going to conclude limit of an as n tending to infinity is nothing but 2. That's why we are saying this sequence is bounded above by 2 and hence it is converging to its supremum. Is the example clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now can I leave this next example for your homework?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please try to do it. Okay, first you are going to check its monotonicity, and then the boundedness of this sequence. Okay, and for showing boundedness, you need to use induction. Okay, now see, this is the last example. So let me take it, and I am going to leave these examples for your homework, which are there in your exercises. Okay, so that if you can able to solve this, then you will be more confident in this subject. Okay, so please try to solve at least 2 or 3 problems from these exercises. If you won't, then I will definitely give these problems in your practicals. Okay, so let me take this example. Okay, or let me just sketch the proof of this example. Observe here, a1 is 2, and we are having this relation, that is an plus 1 is equals to 1 upon 3 minus an. Now what is your guess for a2? What is the answer of a2?
1.
So a2 is 1. Remember, a1 is 2, a2 is 1. What about a3?
So
1
1
by
by
2.
2.
1 by 2. Yes, क्योंकि ये यहाँ पे दिया है. What about a4? Now tell me about a4, because a4 is not there.
2 by 5.
2 by 5.
2 by 5. Now observe, what is the answer of 1 by 2? 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5. And what is the answer of 2 by 5? Yes, it is
0.4.
0.4.
0.4. So what is your guess? How are the terms of these sequences?
Sir,
First
it is
term is,
decreasing.
Monotonically decreasing.
second one is 1, third is 0.5, fourth one is 0.4. So you, now we are going to guess that this sequence is monotonically decreasing. But you need to give a concrete proof. Okay, so we will first prove that an is monotonically decreasing using induction. ओके सी, जब भी कुछ समझ में नहीं आया और हमारे पास एक पर्टिकुलर पैटर्न होगा तो हम ऑलवेज इंडक्शन यूज करेंगे. ओके, सो क्लियरली a2 is strictly less than a1. So this is our p of 1. Okay, so p of 1 is true. Now you assume p of n is true. So this is our assumption. See, in your algebra you are having this kind of statement, that is you need to prove p of 1 is true, assume p of n is true. Instead of n you might take k, doesn't matter, this is just the symbol. Okay, then you are going to assume p of n is true, and you are going to prove p of n plus 1 is true. And if you can able to do that, then you are going to conclude that statement is true for all n. Is it like that?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, so we are applying the same steps. Okay, so we are assuming that p of n is true. Now we are going to prove, or we are going to check whether we are getting p of n plus 1 is true or not. For that you take this assumption. Okay, now just multiply by negative symbol or negative sign. Okay, so we are having inequality reverses. So on the left hand side we are having minus an is bigger than minus an minus 1. Now you just add 3 throughout this inequality. But observe here we want 1 upon 3 minus an. So what we are going to do now?
Reciprocal.
Take the reciprocal. Okay, so after taking the reciprocal, we are having this statement. But what is 1 upon 3 minus an? Observe. What is 1 upon 3 minus an?
an plus 1.
An plus 1. Okay, so an plus 1. And what is 1 upon 3 minus an minus 1?
An.
An. So did we prove p of n plus 1 is true?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hence, p of n is true for all n. Okay, we might use different symbol, but doesn't matter. Okay, so here we have shown that an is, see here, whenever I am having strict inequality, then you are going to say this is strictly monotonically decreasing sequence. But doesn't matter. See, strictly monotonically decreasing sequence is quite a weaker statement. Instead of saying monotonically decreasing sequence. Okay, because here we are not taking equality. Okay, I am saying correct. Okay, whenever I am saying an plus 1 is strictly less than an, that means that is the weaker statement. ऐसा नहीं है स्ट्रिक्ट इनइक्वालिटी होगी तो वो स्ट्रॉन्गर स्टेटमेंट होगा, दैट इज द वीकर स्टेटमेंट. रिमेंबर दैट. Okay, so by principle of finite induction, or you can say mathematical induction, we have shown this result for all n. So we are going to conclude an is monotonically decreasing sequence. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to check the boundedness for an. Okay, now guess what is the bound for this sequence an? Or first of all, guess what is the bound for an plus 1? Tell me what is an upper bound for an plus 1?
2.
2. Okay, because that's clear. Now we need to bother about what is the lower bound. What is your guess? What is the lower bound?
0.
Okay, so now we are going to guess the lower bound for this sequence is 0. Now let us try to do what we are getting using the concrete proof. Okay, so now we will prove that an is lying between 0 to 2 for all n. So again, clearly a1 is lying between 0 to 2. In fact, it is 2. Now what we are doing over here? Yes, how you are going to show this result for all n? What you need to use? See, remember, whenever you are getting some statement in terms of n, and if you need to prove that statement is true for all n, then we are having a standard tool to prove that kind of statement, which is nothing but which tool? Yes, the tool is nothing but the mathematical induction. Okay, so this is our p of 1. So here we have shown that p of 1 is true. Now here we are assuming that p of n minus 1 is true. If you want, you can assume p of n also. Okay, so here we are assuming that p of n is true. Then what we are going to prove? Yes, what we are going to prove? सी इसे आपको खाली कंपेयर करना है, मैं खाली थोड़ा वर्ड से प्ले कर रहा हूँ. See, in our original statement of induction, we are saying that we are going to check P of 1 is true. Then we are going to assume P of k is true. And we are going to prove P of k plus 1 is true. ओके अब मैंने यहाँ पे k माइनस वन चूज किया है, दैट इज नथिंग बट n माइनस वन. तो अब हम क्या प्रूव करेंगे?
P of
P
n.
of K.
P ऑफ n. ओके, यहाँ पे मैंने n माइनस वन चूज किया है, तो यहाँ पे हम P ऑफ n प्रूव करेंगे. इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
And this is true for all n. So please remember, this is just the play of words. Okay, so here we have assumed that this statement is true for P of n minus 1. Now we are going to check whether P of n is true or not. So you just multiply this inequality by negative sign and then add 3 throughout this inequality. So after adding 3, we are having 3 on the left hand side, 3 minus an minus 1 in the middle, and 1 on the right hand side. यहाँ तक क्लियर है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but we want this middle quantity. This middle quantity is in the denominator. So what we are going to do?
Reciprocal.
Reciprocal. So after taking the reciprocal, inequality reverses. So here we are having 1 upon 3 is less than 1 upon 3 minus an minus 1 is less than or is equals to 1. And 1 is anyway less than or is equals to 2. But what is this? 1 upon 3 minus an minus 1 is what? Observe here what we are saying. This quantity is nothing but what?
An.
An. So we can say an is lying between 1 upon 3 and 2. So here we are getting this quantity is bigger than 0. Okay, so what we are concluding then? An is lying between 0 to 2. Hence, P of n is true. Hence, it is true for all n. So by principle of finite induction, an is lying between 0 to 2, where this 2 is included, and this is true for all n. Thus, an is monotonically decreasing sequence which is bounded below, and hence convergent. And if it is convergent, then you need to check where it is converging. Okay, so again you are going to do these steps. You assume limit of an is same as limit of n plus 1, which is a. Now do such operations. Put limit of this as a, take it on the left hand side and do this manipulation and check what you are getting for a. Okay, so here we are getting the value of a is nothing but this, which is bigger than 2, and we are having this kind of relation. Okay, so you can see limit of an is always less than or is equals to 2. So it can't be this number because this number is bigger, strictly bigger than 2. So this won't be possible. So ये plus वाला तो यहाँ से चला गया. What remains? The negative वाला quantity. Hence, this limit of n is converging to this number a. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
See, according to the statement of monotone convergence theorem, we are having what? If a monotonically decreasing sequence which is bounded below, then it converging to its infimum. Here we are getting infimum is 0, though we are getting its limit as 3 minus root 5 by 2. Observe this thing and just think on it why we are getting this. Okay, and you need to give the answer of this in my next lecture. Okay, now I am going to engage your next lecture at 11:30. 11:30 to 12:30 because there will be no chemistry lecture of yours today. Is that okay? So I hope you are having a maths day today because you are having only maths lecture. Okay, so let me stop it here. Okay, and these are some exercises for your homework. Please try to solve at least two from each exercises. If you won't, then I will give this to your homework, or if you won't, then I will give this question in your practicals. Then you need to solve. Okay, so let me stop it here. We will begin our next lecture with some standard sequences. Okay, now anybody want to ask any kind of question? If not, then you can exit from this meeting.